Hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XVI. Last episode we met Mid. She is a fiery bundle of energy and cuteness. Also, Byron has just arrived here at the hideaway. The Titan powers are super fun because just like Hugo Kupka did to us, we can now punch things in the face. And I love that. So let's punch some more things today. Enjoy, guys. Okay, bolts from the blue. Kupka is defeated, but before Clive can land the finishing blow, the downed dominant is speared away by a mysterious man from Waloed. Our heroes return to the hideaway to try to make sense of these strange developments. Alright.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head.
Okay, we gotta
I won't
finish
risk
the
any more than I
job.
have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalimil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
The Desert Hare?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalimil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
What's wrong with
Gav,
Uncle?
Otto, I'm leaving you two in charge.
You can count on us.
Maybe he's just a bit too spirited and lively for these people. Gav is like, I'm the only person who can have an upbeat personality around here. Well, me and Mid.
What's wrong, Gav?
It's this gold your uncle gave us. Are you sure it's all right for us to take it?
My
Whoa.
uncle isn't easily refused. Especially where dispersing his wealth is concerned.
Yo, take
But
that shit.
2,000 talents. I don't even know how much that is in Gil.
It's the price of a quayside mansion in the Crystalline Dominion. He sold one to fund our endeavor. He was hoping to part with it anyway, what with war brewing in the region. And, luckily for him, a Sambraquan noble was willing to pay over the odds for a foothold in the Holy Emperor's neighborhood.
But still, 2,000 talents? I mean, is it normal for nobles to give away that kind of money?
It's normal for my uncle.
Fuck me. Oh, the other half live, eh?
Well, now that we've got a few gills to rub together, do you think it'd be all right if I splashed out on a few bottles of Lost Wing's finest?
Here, leave some for the rest of us, Otto. If he's filling his cellar, I'm filling our larder, starting with a barrel of the best salt-cured northern salmon.
I'll leave you to decide how best to use it. Just don't spend all at once, all right?
Wow. So we have like, you know, thousands of gil, but this is like not 2,000 gil, it's 2,000 talents, whatever that means. When you see it physically, you can tell like this is a lot of whatever's in there. And who knows how much that is in gil? It's probably quite, I mean, enough for a mansion? So a lot. Probably more than we'll ever see in our playthrough.
I heard they call Rosina the Desert Hare on account of how little escapes her ears. That and her habit of bolting at the first sign of danger. But if she knew Sid was looking for her, she might just be tempted back out of her burrow.
I'm very intrigued by this person who's called a hare, you know, as bunny tails. A talent is about a person's weight in gold. And we have 2,000 of those now? Wow. Someone on Reddit had that same question. Oh, here we go. Soulblazer with the research. Okay, 500 talents is 5 million gil. So 1 talent is 10,000. That means Byron's donation would be equal to 20 million gil. Short answer, a lot of fucking gil. Yep, okay. Alrighty. Alright, Byron. So he's gonna go with us part way, I think he said.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
He's just so excited to be alive. We could all be more like Uncle Byron, I think. All right, so we got Byron with us. Torgol. Jill is resting. So, might be tough road ahead of us. Let's go to the Velcroy Desert in northwestern Dalmekia. A vast arid sea of sand and stone has been slowly consuming western Dalmekia since time immemorial. Since time immemorial. Reminds me of Grimoire Vice. I think he says something about time immemorial. In near replicant.
I was a young man when last I walked this path.
I love this song already.
There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
A trading post it is.
I feel like in these JRPGs, the desert areas always have excellent music. It's just always so good. Remember in Xenogears, the Dazil theme? It was so good. Okay, so we have a lot of open space. Do we kind of want to explore the outskirts here a bit before we go to the middle?
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark them well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sand.
I think this is definitely a chocobo riding area.
Yeah!
Just gonna try to see if there's any chests that, or items that we can pick up.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together.
Did we now?
Accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Byron sure has some stories to tell, doesn't he? Well, you know, there doesn't seem to be too much out here, does there? Near Automata has a really good desert theme too. Oh, look at this. A little oasis, perhaps? Whoa.
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Wait. One last thing, Uncle.
Someone's brave.
10 gil. Look at that. Look at this river. Wow, this is a really cool looking area. Whew. What do you think the temperature of that water is? It's probably a little bit warm, huh? Maybe the perfect swimming temperature. All right, let's go to this place. Hey, Ultimate Hunter.
There she is. The good old Dalimil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Hold on. I see something. All right, if you want to fight that badly. The pop of green color is just really, really nice.
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
Shall we join them?
Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Oh, Torgal. You can hang out with Ambrosia.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Oh, that looks good. Cheese board. That's my favorite. Sounds like a much better thing to eat than soup in the desert. Is that, oh, what was her name? Girl with Joshua.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Clive is so close to Joshua. I don't know if Josh wants to be found by him right now, though.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Uncle, you and your big mouth! We didn't even get to eat our cheese.
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
All the whisperings as the people leave. Yeah, eat that cheese. Ugh. Byron. He's like, I'm not gonna get out of here without eating my fucking food.
Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
Also, can you please clean your beard?
It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Byron! She's like, what the hell is happening?
Now's our chance.
Oh.
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive?
Oh, but he's already gone.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
I bet Byron would be happy to see his other nephew. Torgal.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
This place is so cool.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it.
Him. What do you have here?
Won't you come and play, handsome?
No, thank you.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
You got a point. You can't pay. They'll find someone else who can, I guess. Look at this. Look at this dog compared to Torgal. Torgal could eat that thing in one bite. This is how, like, I view Mochi compared to, like, other cats. Basically. It's a pretty close comparison, I'd say.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Kupka's trough is when they want to lord it over us.
What? Speak clearly. Using the crystal to light his cigar or cigarette. Genuine cactuar needles, imported from across the sea. Just one prick, and your little sparrow will sing. Is that Viagra?
I need a drink.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
Are you now?
But I know I've said it so many times before, but I really think the soundtrack really carries these places really hard as well.
The inn's a mess of blood-soaked splinters thanks to you. The least you can do is let us clean up in peace.
I'm sorry.
I told the guard those soldiers started it. Don't need any more trouble.
Well, they did start it, so thank you. Sorry, it's my fault.
Another fight, is it? Some people can't handle their drink.
Look at all these weapons.
Sorry, but the master's not here at the moment. All orders have to go through him.
Dang, but I want one of these curved swords. That'd be pretty cool.
Butter in that furnace. Get it stoked.
Right away.
He's doing the best he can, okay? In exchange for one great sword forged to the specifications hereunder, Red Rooster Trading will pay the sum of 1,000 gil. No less than 8 hands in length, weighted pommel, briar clam inlay, serrated edge suited for cutting bone. Ooh.
Clumsy lout. If anything's damaged, it's the lash for you.
A word of advice, traveller. You see pots like this around town, you leave them alone. Unlike where you come from, fresh water's in short supply around these parts. We store what little rainwater we get in these pots for, well, not a rainy day, but you know what I mean.
Store for the anti-rainy day. Gotcha. Make for Drake's Fang. But I want to stay here for a little bit longer.
What was all that crashing and banging about before? Some out-of-towners picked up...
Right, how do we get through this place?
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadths of the twins.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
What was that girl's, the girl who was selling like poultices and stuff? What was her thing again? Once you go flat bread? They look like pancakes. It's a lot of pancakes. Ooh, a fountain. Carrot, unguents, ointments, poultices, curatives, calmatives, restoratives.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Ooh, a little sauna type place, maybe?
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Kupka, who stands ready to crush any threat that might face us.
But he ain't got no hands anymore. Sorry to say. Candles and lanterns. Aw, are we done exploring? It was so fun.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalimil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalimil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta find this rabbit lady.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's family.
Ooh, what's all this? So, why is the rock here a different color than everywhere else? Limestone, it's a quarry. Hi, Wonka. I see, I see.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
All right, let's find our rabbit lady. Oh wait, let's look at the...
Good day, my lord.
See what we have here. Anything? Breath of lightning for lightning rod. Buy that.
My thanks.
Light it for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
It's so interesting to see the difference of the difference in the attire between like the common folk and the noble people. I think it's a big gap compared to what we've seen in a lot of the other places.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalimil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalimil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
All right, well, not sure how helpful that actually was.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalimil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Cid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
We'll see, we'll see.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's family.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalimil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly.
All right, we're getting clues.
It sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
That's Pet Torgal.
You were right, boy.
He deserves some love. Oh, he's so happy. So happy.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness to your door. Just look at the deep.
Excuse me. Are you Ferda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalimil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he trusts us.
Which is probably not at all. Great.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Well, that's not very nice of you.
It's over.
Dun 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 dun.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Does Byron say that sounds like my kind of place? Well, I love a good old mystery about a mysterious rabbit lady.
It would make a fine gift.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Oh, this place, right.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalimil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him.
It's not even
as Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it.
I wanted to meet the rabbit lady.
Lubor.
It's not even
Lord
a
Ferda told me
lady.
to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second.
I won't waste your time.
He's so young.
I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Makes sense. So how do we earn your trust?
Is fast.
Wait.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we? Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
He's so animated.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries.
He
We were
thinks
speaking
highly
of
of
what I
himself,
want.
doesn't he?
I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalimil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
He's not even going to tell us what the trouble is.
Trouble! If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Well, this guy sure is having fun, isn't he?
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play.
Riddle.
Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Follow the crystals. And follow we shall.
We were the only ones causing trouble in Dalimil.
Alright, we have a few different people we can talk to. Let's go ahead and save our game and let's take our first break. Okay, back to Final Fantasy XVI.
The misfortune Dalimil finds herself in is of a crystalline nature. So do be discreet in your inquiries,
Okay. Alright. Well, let's ask around.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint him.
I don't intend to.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
A crystal thief, huh? Well, we did see those two guards or whatever. Right by the gate where we were supposed to exit to. And they were like, all the crystals have been distributed, and then this guy was like, I didn't even get one.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalimil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
All right. What else can we learn?
Take a sniff, good sir. Kneaded to a silken softness.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. Well, what can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
Oh, well.
Not a soldier.
Ugh, then be off with
you asked.
I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
The finest fabrics!
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture.
She hates us.
What do you want? Haven't you caused
Crinkling
enough
her
trouble
nose real
already?
hardcore.
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
He's upstairs, but what? Where is he? Oh.
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Uncle, you're getting us into trouble.
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so.
Only.
A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld.
Only, he says.
That's enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
Well, someone's having a good time.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Good boy. Always remember to pet your Torgal. Always.
Let me treat you.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream. Before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits. When I was a girl, I would wave to the boatmen as they set off on their long journey, and they would throw me sweetmeats in return. Such happy times.
Well, this is a lovely spot to just partake in the view. I see why she likes it. This looks like Assassin's Creed, not Final Fantasy. This particular section probably does look a bit like one or two of the Assassin's Creed games, though I've never played them myself. Is this the exit we're looking for? That's gonna put us on the right side of the river.
Good girl.
Fly, Ambrosia.
All right, time to set off. Hey, Byron, slow down. It's not a race. Jeez. I think I might have gone the wrong way again. Wait, no. We have to keep going around. We're getting there. We're almost there. It sure is quite an out-of-the-way place, isn't it?
I'll take it from here.
Okay, Byron. All right. Whoa, that is a lot of crystals.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Jeez.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
That's Waloed, right?
To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are
Yeah.
allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Oh, I'm here to do business. Just not the kind you were originally thinking.
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good. I'm just getting warmed up.
How do I do this again? How do I do it again? Oh, I keep canceling it. Here we go. Oh, more friends to play with? Okay. We have to kill the birds too? No. No, I don't want to kill the birdies.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
You did great, Uncle.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalimil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
I don't know if one little battle can help against a problem of this size with like 2 armies involved and stuff, but I guess it's a start.
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse.
Is he making fun of our name?
Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not?
Better than Luber.
You've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the...
They get along
Here,
so well.
Wear this.
We got a desert rose.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalimil is back in bed with Sid.
Sounds good. Okay.
Umia Lostelan. Tuisakelis.
Wow. It's the first time we've ever seen that.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
I'll try. What a colorful fellow.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Nice, we did it. And we're on our way to Hugo.
What is it now?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe we have quests now.
You and I
Have more in common than you might think. Not only are we both masters of the blade, and devilishly handsome to boot, but we are both the second people to bear our respective names.
What?
What, you think that Rosina Dalimil was my own invention, did you? It was the name of my master. I inherited it from her, along with her title and her smithy. Ensuring that her name lived on was the least I could do after all she did for me. She plucked me from the streets and put my less than nimble fingers to work making blades instead of trouble.
Alas.
Alas, she was to leave my life as suddenly and unexpectedly as she had entered it. I swore to follow in her footsteps, that I might change others' lives as she had mine. That is why I keep her forge alive, why I play the desert hare, why I care for the orphans of Dalimil. I was thinking that he might be not the original desert hare, because 1, he didn't match the description of it being a lady, and 2, he's so young. Indeed, I had thought my obligations to Renz and Drika to be my most pressing concern. That is until the infamous Sid make a surprise reappearance. Rather muddied the waters.
Still,
I hope there's enough of me to go around. But do forgive me if the desert hare isn't always at your beck and call, won't you? Ask about the Dalimil Inn.
Ours is a blessed corner of the Velcroy.
A veritable oasis with clear running water and natural hot springs. I don't doubt that people have been gathering here since long before the founding of the Republic. Since it was founded, they've been gathering in even greater numbers to serve the needs of the miners who work Drake's Fang and the soldiers who guard it. And serve them they did, lining their coffers far from the prying eyes and grasping fingers of the Republican excisemen. Not that edicts from Randala carry much weight in these parts. Dalimil has long been something of a law unto itself. Here, those with the most money, or the most friends, make the rules.
At least they did.
At least they did, until Kupka built that castle of his at the heart of the Mother Crystal. Dalimil has been Titan's fiefdom since then. And while his men may be liberal with their coin, they are anything but in the exercising of their authority, which, as I'm sure I don't need to tell you, is absolute.
So
you see why those with the people's best interests at heart took it upon themselves to organize their own protection, my predecessor chief among them. Ask about the crystal trade.
how very fitting.
How very fitting that the noble soldiers of Dhalmekia and Waloed, partnered in arms on so many battlefields, should also become partners in crime. Still, the merchants of Dalimil will be relieved to see them brought to justice. Many have been driven almost to ruin for want of crystal. I'm sure they would all be rushing to thank you for the service you have done them, if, of course, they had any idea what you had done.
Of course.
Of course, as long as we remain reliant on the power of the crystals, we leave ourselves open to such exploitation. But people are such greedy, needy creatures.
There's simply no other way.
Clive, you must bring down each and every Mother Crystal in the Twins and put an end to the people's thoughtless dependence on them. Do try not to disappoint me. I will try, Lubor.
Best of luck.
I will try.